be late. Nate was 1 minute late. This is pretty cool. I get to see all the chat that went on before I got here. It's probably brewing a nice cup of coffee. You guys know me far too well. No doubt. We've got an Americano here. Crema is still on top. Haven't even taken a sip yet. Ah, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, 60 degrees out. It feels a little bit closer to fall than it usually does, which is just fine. Just fine. Let me clean the camera. That kind of helps. Maybe, sorta. All right. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a wonderful day. Got all kinds of stuff halfway accomplished, as is my tradition, it seems like these days. A little bit of wild hair going on here. Try to get all tucked under the hat like I do. Evening, Nate. This is Redbeard, West Virginia. All right, what's up? Great to have you on the YouTube live. What did I do today? I had all kinds of little stuff. I started working on the biosand filter, getting that put back together. I actually got it sitting there just to I just want to test and see how it's going to be. I have it partway built with water sitting in it and see how that's going to go. Did some more stuff with the hot tub. Went and visited the neighbor. Checked out his house. He's got tons of plywood on. Pretty much done with the roof. Coffee Snob, also known as Jennifer. What's up? Welcome. Those of you that haven't been here for YouTube, I'm really glad you guys jumped over here. And the coolest thing about the YouTube videos is they stay on, so you guys can watch them later. Because not everybody has Thursday night off. So sometimes I don't even have Thursday night off. So what can I say? Yeah, speaking of which, let me see if I can do this moderator thing. All I'm doing is refocusing the camera. That's something. Well, I'll have to try that out some other time. These lives don't get too crazy. Notification was nice. Awesome. Good. Glad to hear it. Roger Sparks fan. What's up? Just got the starter installed today. That ATV starts really well. Fires right up now. So I do think I still have a battery issue, but I ordered a battery too. So I'll soon be replacing that. However, when the battery gives is at full charge, that thing turns over like it's never turned over that quickly before. So there'll be a video coming on that. So yeah, I did that today. Today I did just a bunch of little things, and most of it actually makes for good video content. But sometimes I have days that don't make good video content, and so I kind of save some stuff from today rather than posting like 20 videos. I'll stretch it out over some of the days that don't have good content. So it'll come soon. I'm not letting my drafts get too ahead of me like I used to, because you never know when a band's going to come down the pipeline, and there's nothing worse than having a bunch of drafts prepared and then you get banned, and you're like, but I want those drafts like on other platforms. So I'm trying to just kind of wing it. Cool air this evening. Definitely hints of fall in the air. Oh, definitely. Very excited about that, man. I am so excited to get that hot tub done. I know it's a little ways away from being done, but I want to, on some of these cooler evenings, sit in the hot tub. It'll be hot. There'll be a nice campfire going. I've got the hot tub no longer leaks, and I've got a way to filter the water. So those are the big things. Now I just got to heat it. There's a lot of ways I can heat it. But of course, my current plan is some semi-complicated way to heat it, but that's okay. First time on here, enjoy your content on TikTok. That's awesome. Very cool. Low of 55 tonight. Yeah, that sounds about right. Nice coffee going on. Yes, I've got a Brazilian coffee here. Of course it's my Narrow Way Homestead coffee. For some reason, it's just so convenient to drink this brand of coffee because it's made right here. So it's always what I'm drinking. But yeah, it's oh yeah. Gonna be gaming tonight. My gaming is completely what do I want to say? Spontaneous. I hardly ever plan for gaming. If this coffee really keeps me up after the YouTube live, it'll be like, time to play some video games. But really, I've got friends I play video games with. I'm a social gamer, so I'm all about yeah. If my brother's on, if my other buddy's on, they want to play video games. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's do it. If none of them are on, I'm just like, I go to bed. Or it's usually not go to bed. It's usually like, I'll research something because got to research stuff. 55-gallon drum and some coil, copper line, a fire would warm it well. You can grill on the top at the same time. Yeah, that's really what I'm thinking of. I'm actually somewhat torn. There's a number of ideas. First of all, if I had a 55-gallon drum, it would probably already be built already. All my 55-gallon drums are plastic, so that obviously doesn't work real well. But yeah, a 55-gallon drum would be ideal. I'd really like to use this cook stove in here somehow, but I need like a steel water jacket. I can't just run copper tubing inside of it because if I burn the stove without water in it, it'll melt, and I'm gonna need to drain it out when it's really cold and I'm not using it because I don't want it to freeze and burst. So I'm gonna have to think about that one a while. But the easiest solution is just a coil of copper, which I can get. I actually already have and adapted to some PEX or something. Got coyotes going off. Yeah, boys. Good evening. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm half scattered this evening. I'm like, that's what happens when you do too many projects that are all over the place. I went to the far side of the property and put up a sign. I replaced the radio at the call box because it wasn't working anymore because it got wet. Because a Pringles container is really not the best way to keep water off of your radio. Even though it seems like it should work out just fine, it didn't work out. It's actually not a Pringles container. It's an all plastic like Lay's stackable chips, and the radio fits in there real nice. And the lid's got like edges that come down all around, but somehow it got wet anyway. Not really sure what the deal is with that, but yeah, it it worked out for a while. But yeah, I need to come up with some waterproof boxes. The other cool thing I did, we don't have to sit here all evening. We can walk around. Make a fire pit ring out of a bit of culvert. Do the same now that I think about it. Yeah, no doubt. Look at the nice shine on the counters. Yeah, I've got awesome shine on the counters. They're, when they're new like this, they're nice. I mean, they're real nice. The other cool thing I did today was I've got lots and lots of tires on the homestead. I mean, I've got several trailers, 3 4-wheelers, 4 vehicles. Let me see if I can figure out how to flip this around. And it seems like I'm always having to fill a tire with air or another. Oh, that's cool. Big wide pan view. But this has kind of been a useless space behind the post in the outdoor kitchen. And I stuck one of my old air compressors. I've got 2 of those little red pancake air compressors down there. And I stuck that down there. And outside here it looks messy because I have an Ethernet cable that needs rerouted because my internet stuff's not permanent. But but I just stuck inside that tote. There's my air hose, a tire gauge and stuff in there. It's a 100-foot air hose on a reel, and I'm super happy about just being able to drag that. It'll reach all the way up there to my vehicles, air up the tires. All I have to do is hit the switch. I had been way over there. You can't even, there we go. You can see the building way off in the distance. I'd carry a compressor up from there, plug it in, run the hose, because if it's rainy, I can't drive my vehicles down there. So I've been doing a bunch of like quality of life stuff. Sometimes you just got to do just little quality of life upgrades that, you know, ideally I would have a vehicle garage and all that, but, you know, someday. But this outdoor kitchen is rapidly this is central hub. Food is here. Now we've got an air compressor here. We roast coffee here. We got mushrooms dehydrating right here, which, you know, it's kind of food related, but if I want music, you know, the music that fills the whole property is here. Radio stations here. I mean, this is just, kitchen has just wildly become the centerpiece of the homestead. What you doing there, Boaz? Must smell real interesting. Pretty sure all I did was drop that in the dirt, puppy. What am I drinking? Coffee. I'm drinking my Brazil roast. Pies and Pints in Fayetteville has a great concrete bar top you'd love. I bet I would love it. What is a good generator brand? So that depends. Honda's my go-to for everything. That being said, I don't own a Honda generator. My generator is a WEN, W-E-N, comes from Amazon. The little 2,000 watt Honda generators are, I think they're like $1,200. The WEN generator is somewhere around $400. It's not it doesn't step up the voltage as nicely under load. Like I've extensively tested it and compared it side by side to a Honda generator. So I had a buddy come here about probably about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and you know, we were just like, well, whose generator is better, you know, and we were comparing them and all that. But I think the WEN generators are really nice. I think they're really nice. Man, coffee. Sometimes coffee just hits the spot on a cool evening. That's it. Hope all is well. Yes, it is well. Boaz looking for his hammer. He is. Yep, he's doing it. Why is it zoomed out so far? I mean, it's cool, but Boaz, what you doing? Yeah, he's checking everything over for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure nothing's been in here, but use the cook stove this evening. I'm actually not sure how long it stays warm for. Oh, that cooled off pretty good. Real good. Love what you're doing, mate, from Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. Good old Australia. That just fascinates me that folks from so far away stop by and watch all my stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's still a little bit of heat in there. That's cool. I love this stove. Like, I don't know why. I don't cook, generally speaking. I rarely cook, but I love to mess with the stove. Addicted to your TikTok. Awesome. Nate got my package from Viking and love the brush and comb. Yeah, I'm liking the brush and comb. I'm really liking it. Did you catch the new Matrix 4 trailer? I did not. I badly want to see the trailer. I forget how I even know it's out, but yeah, I saw something about it, or maybe I saw a TikTok saying something about it, but a lot of times when I log into the app and see an interesting TikTok, I'm quickly getting into it to make a video because I'm in the middle of something, and like, so I see the first 2 seconds and then I start creating a video and I never go back to finish. But that's That's the way it works. Any projects doing to get ready for winter? Yes, I'm. The hot tub's kind of a getting ready for winter project. You know, it's mostly just get ready to like enter winter and luxury project. It's not mandatory. But I'm still working out some details on how I want to finish the pipes going to the water tank. Rather, I should say, coming from the water tank. I have one pipe that comes out of the ground and runs up the side of the tank and goes into the tank, and I need to put it against the tank and insulate it to the tank. And I haven't really figured out how to do that because I can't run fasteners to the tank. I don't feel like running big straps all around the tank. I don't feel like bracing it off the building, but yeah, those are kind of like the options. Those are just kind of the options. But maybe we should run down there and take a tour. You guys want to run down there and take a tour? Maybe you guys got good advice for me. Save the ash from your stove. Yes, yes, big time. We use it in the outhouse. We've also been known to use it like in the driveway to hopefully firm up mud and stuff. I don't know if it really works, but ADHD. TikTok is annoying in that aspect. Yeah, let's go. All right, we'll go. Water-related projects for the animals for winter. Water is always a pain in the winter for animals. Yeah, it can be. However, this time of year, you know, when it's warm out, it seems like we're constantly replacing it and replenishing it because it's got issues. You know, it just gets nasty and stuff. And our winters barely get that cold that freezing's a big issue. It's still an issue, but not always a big issue. All right, we'll go down to the water tank. We'll check it out because you guys always see me, you know, solving problems and stuff. But nights like this, you know, even if I'm not going live, particularly if I'm not going live, I'm out here, you know, looking at stuff and thinking about projects, and you know, a lot of the stuff that I do that it looks like I know what I'm doing, like starts out with me looking at it and being like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I have no idea how I'm fixing this issue. This is just one of those. You know, no doubt I'm going to figure it out, but what the solution is, I'm not sure yet. And of course, I'm thinking probably someday I'll end up boxing this whole water tank in, if I had to guess. Believe in those Native American monsters. I don't believe in monsters. They're all over the place. I'm gonna set the coffee right there. Better not trip over it or I'll be sad. So here's the pump house. Let me see. Pretty much zoomed out as all I can be. Yeah, here's a pump house made out of pallets, wrapped in plastic, and it's been insulated. Got to do a few more details on it, which is why you haven't seen a video on it yet, because I want to finish all the details first. But the intake runs underground here, comes out, and I want to keep it against the tank, because keeping it against the tank will allow the thermal mass of the tank to keep this pipe from freezing. That would be it. Snoogie Woogie, what's up? Predator animals do I have out here? We've got bobcats and coyotes are the big things we're concerned about. Bears just never, I don't think they'll ever come specifically to our property where we have dogs. They'd rather be avoiding it. But yeah, this is my dilemma. I want to put it to the tank, hold it there, you know, put some framing around it, make it weather resistant, weatherproof, better insulated. And I'm sort of thinking maybe I should just build, I gotta back up. Sort of thinking maybe I should just build like an entire wall, you know, just a straight wall in anticipation of someday putting 4 walls around it and a roof, because that could happen. I don't want to do that, but just thinking about it, knowing the natural progression of things. If this thing was completely in a building, even if it wasn't heated, it'd be very unlikely to freeze or have problems, or even for like bugs to try to find holes to get in. Not that there's holes, but that's just the progression of how things go. It's good so far. Admire your work. Well, thanks. Yeah, no, this is my last thing that I wonder about. And I've got heat tape for it, but I want the heat tape to not run much, because my power in the winter is just so limited. Kitty, there you are. I could hardly see him at first. Hi, Splat. And Kitty. Got all the coolest thing about being on a farm is, like, you just go do stuff, and then next thing you know, like, all the animals are just hanging out with you. Like, hey, what are you doing? What's up, Boaz? Can you see the dogs? Well, this is the only one here at the field. I'll be drinking my coffee now. Yep, this is Boaz. I have no idea how much he weighs. Sometimes I say 180 pounds, sometimes I say 160 pounds. He's somewhere around there. He's at least 160. Probably when he fills out, he'll be maybe more like 180. But where'd the cat go? Him and the cat, they're good buddies. The cat really loves him, loves to hang out with him all the time. There's the cat. Cat's always like, come on, hang out with me. They're awesome. Who would have thought some antisocial cat and a dog, massive dog, would just be such good buddies? But you see them together, they're hanging out. The protector, James Simmons, how's it going? Going good. I'm good. I get up early to drive to East Virginia. Good evening, Nate. Catch you next time. All right, catch you next time, Brandon. Even with the dogs, do you lose many animals to predators? No. We lose nothing to predators. I probably won't be able to say that forever, but I can't believe in 18 months, especially the first 18 months, we have lost nothing. That's wild. Man, love the content. Stay motivated. Keep with the good work. We'll do that. How's the growth inside the tank? Still dealing with whatever is killing off the lactobacteria? No. So what ended up happening with the tank, I kind of, it's a balancing act. So I didn't treat it with as much lactobacteria as I should have. The rainwater, whatever was in the rainwater, whether it was tree pollen that brought other stuff, it just took over and outcompeted the lactobacteria, because I didn't keep enough lactobacteria in there. I didn't, it got displaced with the rain. We introduced too much of something else. So I put a lot of lactobacteria in there. I actually put a ratio of 1 to 500 gallons. 1 gallon to 500 gallons. So 5 gallons in the tank, and I really should have put like 2.5 gallons in, but I was tired of trying to fight with this issue, and so basically I overcompensated by flooding it with lactobacteria. It cleared it out big time, and it dropped the pH in my water down to 5. Very acidic water, more acidic than I want. It's acidic, that's acidic enough that it will start corroding copper or brass components and different parts of my plumbing. Long term, it's okay for a little while. And so now what's happened is I've gotten more rain, and we've got pH at about a 6, which is exactly where I want it. I'd like, it's a little bit acidic. It helps keep other stuff from growing. Lactobacteria thrives Now, lactobacteria excretes basically lactic acid, so it makes water continually acidic. My hope is to always maintain a certain balance with it, so it's dominant, but it's not so overpowering that it drops my water down to like really acidic levels. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's it. That's it. So sweet. They are sweet. Does he wait for you to send him back to Diane in the morning? Yeah. Yep. We put him in a fence. You guys, some of you guys have seen the fence I put him in before. It's it's laughable that it would hold him. It just basically encourages him to say, please stay here, unless you need to get out and deal with something. But yeah, he stays there, and then we let him out in the morning. Diane calls him, and he goes running off, 700, 1,000 feet, wherever to her. And it's the same at night. We call him in here, but he's good with it. Like, I got no idea where he is, but I know he's, in this field somewhere. There's Splat. Where's your buddy, Splat? Where'd he go? Hi, Splat. Hi. You want to be petted or no? He often does not want to be petted at all. So we've been working with him, haven't we? Oh, I spooked. Well, come here if you want to be petted. Come here. Come here. Like, he wants to be petted, but he's just like, eh. Like, you almost have to, like, set the mood with him and work with him a little bit. He'll go right up to the dog, but, after a couple minutes. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, we're good buddies. Yeah, it's a good kitty. He's always been like that. He's very, what do I want to say? He's more feral than a lot of our cats are. He's the most feral cat of all. He just, he wants to do his own thing. Doesn't want to be picked up. Has some random irrational fear of being picked up, but once I start petting him and stuff, then we're good. We're good as gold. Yeah, he's a good kitty. He's my favorite cat, probably because he just plays, hard to get, so I just kind of view it as a challenge. It's like, well, come on now. What are you drinking tonight? Coffee. We're drinking coffee. Brazilian roast. I don't know. I still like my Mexican coffee better, but I can't just drink Mexican. I gotta mix it up. But we had some half orders today, which means the other half I get to add to my stockpile and drink and experiment with and all that good stuff. Not a dog, that's a horse, yes. Gotta go. Have a great evening. All right, Tim. Miss Nate the Mad Scientist. So I have in the drafts I have a Mad Scientist Nate clip. It's actually mixed in a video that starts out serious and then suddenly Mad Scientist Nate comes out. But it's there. I'll do a few more Mad Scientist Nates now and again. I'm always afraid when I show anything biology related that, TikTok's going to throw it off. Especially if I start joking around at the same time, but, we'll see what we can do. The field doing his work, that's right. Why don't you have chickens? Well, we did have chickens. We did. We just like ducks better. Meet the Roger Sparks. I'm guessing you guys can't tag and talk to each other. That's hilarious. Splat the cat. That's it. Probably he's that way because I named him Splat. Like, I think that was the last thing I officially named, and nobody has allowed me to name any animals since. But It's get windy there in winter. It does get windy here. It really does. Gusty. And it just depends. Looks like a good Mauser. Oh, he is the best hunter. He's the best hunter we got for sure. Really, really awesome cat. He stays far away from rabbits, from all of our other animals, other than Boaz. He loves to hang out with Boaz. He likes all dogs, except for Minion. Minion and him do not get along. Minion thinks it's fun to chase him. He doesn't like to be chased, but he runs. So he gets along with all the big dogs, but the little dog, no, they can't do it. Do you like a care package with Australian food stuff? The usual Vegemite, etc. What in the world is Vegemite? Yes, I would love a I would love a care package with Australian food stuff. I don't know what folks in Australia eat, but I do love yeah, I love exotic foods. I don't eat anything with pork in it or with shellfish in it, but beyond that, I'm game. He's aloof. That's right. So where do I send it? Yes, there is a shipping address in my if you go to natepetrosky.com, you should be able to find that in the YouTube thing somewhere. I get confused as to where you click on YouTube to get stuff. But it's on TikTok. If you click on the link in my bio, that'll take you to it, and that would be awesome. That would be super awesome. Hope you got an Amazon delivery today. I did get an Amazon delivery today. I may have gotten some stuff in town too. I don't know, but way out here, I did get an Amazon delivery. Got some phone charger cords. Got some baking soda. I forget what all I got. I got it sitting in a box. They did have chickens for dinner. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Main thing that pisses me off about TikTok is you get a simple homesteader gets banned for showing some water pipes. They're okay with 12-year-old girls or 12-year-olds shaking their butts, and yeah. The stuff that they allow children to do, like it's, it looks like child exploitation to me. Whether or not the kid's doing it of their own volition or not, just oh my gosh, I don't watch a lot of content on TikTok. I mean, I've got specific creators I watch, and generally speaking, I don't just randomly wander around because there's just stuff that I'm just completely uninterested in. But yeah, yet they cause me trouble. They changed something with their algorithm. Something has changed. I haven't gotten flagged in 9 or 10 days, which is very unusual, and I'm getting comments taken down. Like when I make comments, they're getting removed left and right. So something has drastically changed. They've updated their algorithm in some way. I don't know exactly what's changed. If it stops me from being banned, that's great. I think maybe it does. I've commented, these are old comments, over a month ago when somebody wanted my Twitch information, so I gave them my Twitch link. That was removed for violating community guidelines. I said something about coons, which I meant raccoons. They took that down. I don't know if coon is like a hate speech or a slur for something, probably. But the ones with raccoons stayed up, I'm talking about the animal, but it was in relation to hounds, and I basically called hunting coons, and that was not okay. But then I could say hunting raccoons, and that was okay. So something's changing. Far North Life, what's up? You named duck food. You're right. I did name duck food. You are absolutely right. They had no say in the matter. That's why. But yes, you're right. I did name duck food, and it was again a prime example of why I'm not allowed to name things. We have Splat the cat, and we have duck food. You're correct. Vegemite is an Aussie spread made from yeast, originally from leftover beer production. Very strong taste. Uses only a little with butter on toast. That sounds good. I would totally try that. Did the dog collar come? Yes. Yes, we did get the dog collar. We did. Why is it still like autofocusing? I need a backdrop behind me. Maybe I can make it stop. Maybe. Yes, I did get the dog collar. That was I knew there was something else. That was it. How's the sink doing? Keep us updated. Thinking of building one in the backyard. I will. I will keep you guys updated. So far, it's working great. One of the things I've noticed with the, I didn't use a real sink. It's a flat bottom. It does technically slope the way I have it set up. The drain pulls on it pretty hard, and so technically I've got slope everywhere to the drain. However, heavier particles, it's not enough slope. Some of the heavier particles just kind of sit around, and they're kind of a pain. Like I've taken my hand several times and just like, moved stuff towards the center so it would get down in the drain. It's really not a big deal. Like, it's such a big sink that you're bound to get stuff splattered that you like wash. Like washing out your sink is not a, it's a very, very minor thing that I don't care for. But getting an $80 sink instead of a who knows how much, a big giant farm sink would actually cost, to me, totally worth that. What's the Twitch? It's Nate Petrosky. Same as on TikTok. My exact name. Yeah. I need to update my I should update my what's it called? My beacon, my website directly from TikTok and put a Twitch link in there. Probably all the way at the bottom, but not a lot of people hang out on Twitch. It's actually super chill. I try to respond to everybody on there too, but yeah, usually after about the first 15 minutes, everybody disappears and it's almost there's almost nobody there. Not always, but cup washer alone makes it the best sink ever. I use that thing so often. Yeah, we love that thing. Like, you think of when you grow up and you get older, you want luxuries. You want I don't know, you want heated seats in your car. You want, either a sports car or a luxury car. You want extra, I don't know, plush carpet or something. All I want is a cup washer. I'm happy. Like, our cups are just randomly way cleaner than they used to be, just because I just want to randomly use the cup washer. If I see a dirty cup somewhere, I'm like, oh, hey, give me that thing. Let's wash this. But it works really, really well. We do a lot of stuff in glass half-gallon jars, and it works so well for the half-gallon jars. Or the quart jars. We put goat's milk in them and stuff. You can even take the lid and put the lid right on it, and it'll clean the whole lid out. If you do something that's dirty, you just want to let the water run enough that you run whatever food residue out of it, because otherwise you'll make that thing nasty too. We kind of use it as a quick pre-rinse, and then set it in a spot, and then when it's time to wash dishes, you wash it with soap and then you rinse it again. But at least you're not trying to scrub old milk crud out of it or something like that. Small squeegee work in a sink. That would probably work really well. How does the cup washer work? Show it off. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Use your extendable sink sprayer to clean the sink. So yeah, that's what I do. It just doesn't. All right, we're gonna do a demo. I know there's more comments, but I'll get to them. All right, big demo. First, this is essentially the food grade sink, which is super cool. Because this is a farm. I was literally washing rocks in the sink here. But just take the food grade sink out, set it up here on the table. But there we go. There's an example of junk. Set that up here. Put that in there. There's actually no reason for the strainer basket for us, because once it gets down there, like it'll go out and disappear. Let's see. Turn that off. So we got debris in the sink. And we're washing it. But you see how it just like, it's still scattered around, but yet you can see the water, at least I think you can. The water is slowly draining out of there. But it's so close to flat, it's not grabbing the particles. Yeah, you can see some of them. Some of them float. And so, you know, well, that just means, oh, you got to do it more. Well, next thing you know, half of your water tank is empty. I mean, not quite, I'm exaggerating, but you've still got, and so like the water eventually makes its way out of there, but the particles, not so much. You know, so I didn't account for the particles. It's fine, you know, it's not a big deal. Really not a big deal. Hey, what's over here? Do we even have a dirty jar? Yeah, it is kind of dirty. All right, cool. Let me get this jar opened up. That's not that dirty. However, all right, cup washer. That's just got some water kefir in it, but you just set that on there. Pushing down on that lets it spray up. That's how it works. Cleans it out real good. And then, like I was saying, the bonus thing was you just take a lid. You know, it's got all those crevices and stuff. If it's got milk, like our milk ones do, rinse that out. Super cool. You know you're old when you're like just so happy about like your kitchen sink, like, you know. Yeah, it's pretty I don't know, pretty lame, I guess. I think it's cool. And you know, I mean, if you wash your dishes in 5-gallon buckets like we did for so long, that's why it seems so exciting. You know, because washing dishes in 5-gallon buckets is that's just not fun. That's not awesome. It's not awesome in any way. Vegemite sandwich from a song Down Under, Men at Work from 1982. That's before I was born. Y'all have a good night. You too. Does that mean we're old? Well, I don't know. I must be old too, because I think a sink is fascinating. Press it with no jar. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I get wet because all the water goes up on the ceiling, but yeah, why not? I have fun doing that too. All right, we're gonna get up. It is zoomed out pretty far. I love how YouTube lets me like, stop it. All right, that's really weird. Anyhow, if I turn the phone sideways, get that out of the way, maybe you guys will be able to see the whole stream. It's too much fun. Yeah, it sprays. It sprays good. What we got? Got wet spots here. Actually, you know, I should probably do that some more, because the metal I used on the kitchen roof was dirty, so I should spray all that off. I'll do that later. Actually, make a whole lot more sense to use a pressure washer up there. But yeah, that's it. That's how we do. A deeper dimple in the bottom of your sink could help with draining. It would. I still struggle with, like, you know, even getting it even remotely close to the drain. So even if I dimple the drain, it'll help some, which, you know, I might do. A lot of power, yeah. The secret to my water pressure is I have I'm not pulling up out of a well, so I've already got, I'm using as much power as possible from the pump just simply to push water. And it's 3/4 line, straight shot. It goes through one T, but it doesn't make the corner to come here. It goes straight, and just goes straight to this sink. So if I have this sink open and I do anything with water in the camper, the water pressure in the camper is terrible. When it favors, there's no resistance between the tank and this, so lots of good pressure. Get unlimited data using mobile phone towers. Yes, I do. I do. It's I have an outdated plan that gives me unlimited data, and the equipment I've been running for the last almost month or so is just working out really, really well. And I'm going to build an exact duplicate set of equipment, and of course I'll be doing content on it. But it's been more fun to work on a hot tub, and I want to go do some metal detecting, and I want to pan for some gold again. I want to spend some time doing stuff like that too. But it feels good to be getting all the stuff accomplished I've been getting done. Feels real good. But yeah. Oh yes, good old cup of coffee. And then another project I have to do. I have my wife's bell back here. That thing needs to be mounted. That thing is ridiculously loud. We'll probably mount it and then we'll like use it for the first week and then we'll never use it again. Super cool, but it's very, very, very loud. Very loud. But if we need to notify anybody for miles around and we can't get Boaz to bark, well, that'll be the next thing. It'd be cool though. It'd be really good to just have a bell here that you just like, if this thing's ringing nonstop, there's some sort of crazy emergency, and technology's not working, the cell phones aren't working, the radio doesn't work, like bell and sound waves, that'll work. That'll work. I'm thinking of a big honey-do list. Yeah, pretty much. It's really cool, I like to explain it to people that like my entire life is basically filled with weekends. I don't have the weekdays anymore, so it's always like constant honey-do list at home where I'm working on my own projects endlessly. But I love it. Totally love it. Very yeah. But I feel like I used to have, like, most of my life was just constant weekdays and I never had a weekend before. So I just kind of did all my weekdays early in life and now I'm doing my weekends later in life. Next building ideas for the homestead. So I want to do an outhouse. Outhouse is pretty much my next building. That's going to be fall into winter time here. Because I don't really mind walking a 1/4 mile to the outhouse in the snow, in the rain. I couldn't care less. I'm good with that. But my wife never really enjoyed that. I don't blame her. So, we'll do something about that. Flying a drone, yeah. I did fly the drone the other day. Not the new one that I got. I have an older one that I fly, and I was getting some pictures for Diane. The thing went crazy, ended up in a tree. So flying a drone went from lots of fun to really annoying. And I couldn't get it out, and then I started throwing rocks and branches and stuff at it. Eventually knocked it out of the tree. Oddly enough, the thing seems invincible. It does just fine, but then I left it out in the rain overnight because I forgot about it. And then I dried it out and it still works. But then I had my fill of the drone for a little bit, so I put it back on the shelf. It'll probably be a week before I take it out again. But I do fly the drone. I love flying the drone. I just don't put much footage out there of the drone. You know, I actually have some old drone footage on Patreon. If people, you know, subscribe to that and went way back, but I put it behind a paywall. You know, I just don't. I don't feel like putting the layout of my farm publicly out there at the moment. I don't know if I'll ever want to do that. Plan on starting a house. Yeah, next spring, summer. I'm sure it's going to be next fall at the earliest. Next spring, I want smoker, solar dehydrator. That was supposed to be working. That was supposed to work those projects in this year too. But I realized I just couldn't add any more projects, or I'd never finish the ones I had started. So those two got postponed. Next summer, I really want to do like homestead training type of thing. Just sort of like a homestead training camp here. If folks are interested, I think folks will be interested. It's the closest thing I'd ever do to like a course. You know, I'm never going to do like some online course, you know, because that's just what all the scammers do. You know, if I do a course, it's an in-person course where you get to put your hands on stuff and see everything. But then I'll probably do like 2 weeks straight, but people won't have to do the whole 2 weeks. They can do like 2 and 3 day courses. It's probably how I would do it for 2 weeks straight. You know, do solar for one, do, rainwater collection for another. Of course, mix in basic stuff with all of it, but yeah, and then maybe that would help me financially a little bit to have some materials for the house in addition to my roasting coffee and everything else I'm doing, that hopefully end of summer and fall I could, get started on a house. That's the goal. That's the goal. Hello, Britain Farms. I'm watching Homestead Rescue right now, by the way. Cool. Awesome. I hope I'm never eligible to go on their TV show. I need to watch that show, actually. I've never watched a single episode of it. I have people ask me about it all the time. I'm like, I don't know anything about it. Like, I think people have homesteads that have problems, and they come like solve them for the folks and bail them out of it. But if I end up on that show, I feel like, I don't know. I would feel like I failed at homesteading. That's just that's the way I'd feel about it. Let's see. I wonder what I did. Got some curiosity about. Every time I add a new electronic, like this pump here for the hot tub, this thing stays plugged in all the time. It makes me wonder. That's even warm. See, I bet that's using solar power. Those are the type of things, like, it doesn't matter in the summertime. Tomorrow will be sunny and my batteries will stay full. But those are the things I'm always running around with my little kilowatt meter and trying to make sure, how much power is that pulling when it's not running. Electronic devices almost always pull something. And it usually doesn't matter when you live on the grid, so what if it costs you, an extra 50 cents a month? Well, for me, it might cost me the ability to turn lights on. Let's see, we've got good voltage. Whoa, don't be so touchy, phone. Started watching it after finding me on TikTok. That's hilarious. Awesome. Says it's not pulling any power. Oh. Okay. It's really not pulling much. Like half a watt or a watt. Cool. It doesn't take much to heat it up. Heat it up when it's not that cold out. Good to know. I'll leave it plugged in and check the kilowatts per hour. Check the kilowatts per hour tomorrow. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Oh yes. What else was I supposed to do? I was supposed to run electric wiring today too. I was trying to get like a million little things done today. Got most of them done. Not all of them though. Not everything. But yeah, I keep forgetting too. I need to see if I can schedule some kind of meet and greet. It keeps getting later and later. But I wanna see about renting the park. Like there's a building at a park in Spencer, and I think I just want to do it in Spencer this time. See if I can do such a thing. Nice meter, thanks. Yeah, that's those kilowatt meters. They're like $20 or $30, but they're just super handy. Of course, you can get out all the electrician meters and stuff, and check a lot of stuff that way. But this is just simple, quick, and easy. Simple, quick, and easy. I've been on here for an hour. All right. All right. Bet you would get a good turnout in Spencer. I think I would. Especially if it just opened it up that folks could just swing in whenever, and I think there would be tons of people. Which I am like fairly introverted, so like to me, like just constantly meeting new people, like the other meet and greet we did was cool because I got over the, meeting new people immediately, and like then it was generally speaking just like hanging out with folks, which was super cool because that's not meeting people. But my wife would love it. She loves meeting new people. If she could just say hi to new people and do 5 questions and then say hi to another person and do 5 questions, she would have a blast with that. She would have a blast. But yeah, that would be great fun. What you doing, Boaz? What you doing, Boaz? Disturbing me, Dad. Yeah. Yeah, we're disturbing. Meet and greet in Parkersburg was awesome. Yeah, it really was awesome. That just couldn't have worked out any better. Can I have your paw? No, I don't want that paw. I want this paw. Yeah, I gotta show people how big your paws are. Huge. Why are you so jerky about it? You half asleep? Or am I just disturbing you? I'm sorry. Am I messing with you? You act like your paw is sensitive. Or are you just being a goofball? Are you just being a goofball? Buzz. You're playful. That's what you are, huh? Are you playful? Yes. Yes, I see you're playful. Bite me. Wish I could have went. Yeah. Yeah, it was really fun. You can't just chew on me. What's with the chewing on me? It's a good thing I trust you because you would literally remove my limb if you wanted to. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. He is so cool. He's awesome. And tickles, yeah. Yeah, I was doing tickles. 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 He's fun to roughhouse with. I mean, he'll like get out and make you sore for like the next 3 days, but you're super gentle, aren't you? Yes, yes. Yes, I appreciate you being gentle. We really worked with him a lot when he was a puppy. Like, if he would bite you a little bit, like, we didn't mind a little bit of mouthing, but like, as soon as he put a little bit too much pressure, you know, you just, ow, and, you know, you act like you're in pain and it's a big problem. And, you know, he learned what acceptable pressure was for human hands. And is that him and Diane's video playing with her? No, that was the little doggy. We say the little doggy. That was, oof. Czar. That was Czar. She's 11 months old and probably just over 100 pounds. Boaz is over 150 pounds. I'm sure he's over 160. But yeah, she plays rougher than him, which is cool because he's just too big to play rough. Too big. Tickles. Look at those claws. Don't tear up my jeans now. This is my Key Apparel jeans. They sent them to me. I'm supposed to show how durable they are, which I guess I am by the fact that they're not like completely decimated by you. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Oof. You're goof. Yeah, you're goofball. This live. Oh yeah, this is live. She has really filled out. Unless next to each other, I can't tell. Yes, she has filled out. She has totally filled out. After she went through her heat, the muscle tone she ended up with is like, you know, literally she went into heat like a month ago, and you know, now she's out of it, and she has gotten strong. She's really filled out. She loves the body slam you. They're fun. It's funny. You never act ticklish when I touch your paws. You're a goofball. Yeah, you're a goofball. Coyotes haven't been active or barking or howling or carrying on for like the last 2 or 3 days, so he's not had anything to engage with at night, and now it's cooler and he's feeling rambunctious, but yet there's nothing to do, so he sleeps. Atta boy. Yeah, I love Boaz. Does he stay out at night by himself and not with Diane? No, he stays here with me in the field. Diane moves fields constantly with her goats and Amus, and I stay here in the main fields in the camper. But, you know, we've got the ducks and the rabbits and the guinea pigs. And I would say the chickens, but the chickens are no longer with us tonight. But we had a great meal earlier. We had a great meal. But chicken feed got so ridiculously expensive. Like, it was actually, the price we were paying for eggs was ridiculous, and we have too many eggs. So that's the way that worked. They'd have to go. Have a good weekend. You too, Brian. Appreciate you swinging by. Very much so. I don't even know how you feel my fingers. Am I just picking on you? Not sure why our cutting board's hanging out in the middle of the yard. These things happen when you live off the grid. Oh, yes. Good stuff. A little bit more coffee, and I'm probably going to wrap it up myself. I don't know if I'll play any video games or not. I didn't get any text messages begging me to play video games, so yeah, I don't even have any text messages at all. That's cool. I don't mind when my phone doesn't send me text messages. Oh, yes. Ooh. Got another beer to review, too. Not doing it right now, because I was actually going to do it tonight, but I didn't feel like drinking beer, so I didn't. Possibly because I remember what the other one tasted like. But when I bought that one Ice House beer, I bought another Ice House beer. This one's Edge. It's higher alcohol, same price, giant can. I'm just imagining that is going to be awful. I'm just imagining it's going to be awful, which is probably why I didn't feel real ambitious to try it. But one of these nights I will. I need to figure out what I did with the other can. Sooner or later, I'm going to misplace them and not have anywhere to put it on the shelf. Need to get Diane on live one day. Yeah, I do. She's been live with me once since I started TikTok. I'll probably get her to do a dual live sometime when she's out in one of the fields. When it gets dark early, like this getting dark early is actually just, it's starting to have an effect on how much stuff gets done around here. Once it gets dark, I'm just like, I'm usually happy to work, till 9 at night easily, or even 9:30. But if it's getting dark at like 8, it's just, who feels like getting out lights and starting stuff? But I've been trying to save working in the outdoor kitchen. I'm trying, any work that I need to do out here. Actually, when I get done here, I might finish putting the sand filter together. That might be what I do. All about being ambitious. If I'm not tired, then I should do something productive, unless somebody's playing video games. But ever check the size on those tires? No, I forgot about that. I'm gonna go check it out right now. I had Molson Ice. I have not. Beer might be so bad it earns a kitchen floor spot. That would be something. That would be something. How did you get soldier flies for your outbuilding? Grubterra. I bought them from Grubterra. And then cool thing was Grubterra saw duck food and then sent me a whole bunch of other soldier flies, plus a huge bag of them, like dehydrated ones. So I'm super happy to mention Grubterra. You can get a whole bunch of them for pretty cheap. What size are my tires? Here we are. The flashlight's too bright. Hold on. There we go. 2275 R15. That's my tire size. And I definitely need to replace them. I forget what size tire you said you had. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the message you sent me went way back in history somewhere. Do feel free to message me again, or if your tires don't match that. I'm gonna need new tires for my truck eventually too someday. Not yet. They look all right. Yeah, they look fine. My work truck tires are starting to dry rot, and that's frustrating because last time I bought tires for that I bought the cheap tires and it cost me $1,000. But I didn't care at the time because I was a contractor, and I might eventually have to go down to one truck someday. I don't know. We'll see. You can drive on the farm a long time with dry rotted tires. I just, wouldn't take it on a trip anywhere. 74 R15. Let me check. Cool. Glad to be here with you, Nate. Glad you're here. Glad you guys are here. I know the comments aren't just rolling through here, and it makes it a totally different live than TikTok, but it's just much more chill, much more relaxed. I kind of direct the conversation somewhat instead of instead of TikTok directing the conversation. It doesn't matter. I kind of have this cool idea that I'll try to do 3 lives a week in the wintertime and do one on Clapper, one on TikTok, and one on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do Clapper lives or not. Did one, it was all right. It might depend. I'd probably just save Clapper for specialty lives, like anything that I know TikTok or YouTube's going to throw a fit about. If there's any kind of animal processing or anything, I'll have to check. I'll have to check with Clapper and see what they allow or not. I know they're supposed to be a pretty free and open platform. YouTube's pretty decent with animal processing. I don't want to show like, there's no sense in showing like really, gory type content, but there is educational aspects to some of it. But yeah, TikTok is, short of only talking about hunting, that's about all I can do on TikTok is just talk about it. I can't do any more than that. 94R16, bummer. Oh yeah, bummer. Gotcha. Oh, well, hey, it was worth a try. Diane was telling me I need to check like Facebook Marketplace for like tires and stuff. I should probably do that. That'd be a good idea. But yeah, the tire I plugged on the Jeep isn't losing air. The other back tire is randomly losing air. That's what I was filling with air today. Maybe it has a hole in it. I don't know. The tires are definitely nearing their end of their life, at least for the tread on them is just awful. Like for the terrain around here, like they're really only good on like the road. Like the paved road. How long have I been growing a great beard? 4 years. I need to actually check my timeline sometime, make sure it's not creeping up on 5 years. I don't think so though. It's hard to say because as I grew it, I trimmed it, and so it was kind of back and forth. Like I didn't just like start from being clean shaven and just do nothing for 4 years. So even if it's been 5 years, like 4-ish years is still like an accurate way to put it. 100 acres, you need 2 trucks. Well, you bring up an outstanding point. Selling spoons. That's right, selling spoons. That's it. Oh, yeah. Good old spoons. Yeah, I actually ordered a couple more from Greg. So I'll have a couple more to sell, but I'm doing pre-orders on the website. I'm gonna constantly have a hard time selling them because I feel like I can't talk about them on TikTok without losing my account for a couple days. So, if I can't do a video on it, it's kind of like, eh. And nobody's gonna be like, oh, I want a knife like Nate if Nate never gets to show him using the knife. I love my knife. I love my knife. Unfortunately, I think it's at the P.O. box. We're still in Alaska because I sent it back to have the sheath I had made for it adjusted. I should go to town tomorrow. That's what I should do. I should go to town, check the P.O. box. What else did I have to do? I had to do something. I hate to go to town unless I don't want to go to town just to check the shipping address. I don't remember. I don't remember. There's always like one or two little things that, you know, I should go to town for. Clueless cleaned and cooked the turtle on TikTok. Yeah, he did. That was amazing. I couldn't believe it didn't go down on him. But I was talking with him some about that. Well, I guess not specifically about that. I was talking to him right before that, I think, about different types of content on TikTok. But yeah, the fact that he did that and it's still up, I think it's still up. That's super cool. I might we'll see. If I go another week without being randomly suspended, I may branch out a little bit with my content and see. I really sort of think that TikTok changed their algorithm a little bit. We'll see. Driving on huge tires, fix the flats and plugs on my life. Only hard when it snows. That makes sense. Yep. If I still lived in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania had turny roads and terrain too, but we've really got some crazy roads around here. It gets a little squirrely, and I'm good with it. My wife, she doesn't have the I don't know, the greatest like driving reactions when it comes to ice and like, you know, the extreme conditions, which is like understandable. Most people don't. But yeah, you know, it's never worth wrecking a vehicle because, you know, you didn't swap tires on it, because the vehicle's always worth more than the tires. Not always. If it's not, you know, no big deal. But the other problem too is random 100-foot drop-offs. You know, those are hard to survive and stuff if you happen to go off the edge. Marketplace is full of tires often. Yeah, I need to check Marketplace. Even if I check, you know, I check Marketplace in Parkersburg. I could check in Charleston. You know, I could travel a little ways for the right deal. I need to find out how much new tires are with like ideal tread. Like I want something pretty aggressive. I might take the Jeep off the road and make it a farm vehicle and do farm tags on it. You can still drive it to town, but go to town and get a bugger. A burger? Yeah, a burger. What an excellent idea. I should sit down and do the math on it. If I went to town, got a burger and ate it, if it was a cheap enough burger and I got enough views on the video out of the creator fund would pay for the burger. Now that would be cool. Let's try that sometime. What do you all feed the dogs? Dog food for the most part. They'll be getting some chicken scraps for a while here. They also get rabbit. That's the primary reason why we're raising rabbits. But we just dumped a big chunk of change on dog food. $760 we paid for, I don't know how much dog food. Diane's in charge of it, but we've never spent that much in dog food at once, but she said the dog food that's really high quality that she really likes was on sale for 50% off. And obviously we've got dogs, and yeah, we just know it's going to be a while before our rabbits and everything get up. So $750 on dog food. Unbelievable. That's something I need to sit down and put together like a big budget thing of like what stuff's costing us to exist. Dog food, unfortunately, is one of those big expenses. But hopefully this spring, the goats all have kids and we sell the kids and it should pay for the dog food. Yeah. So theoretically, the animals are supposed to be paying for that stuff. It'd be even better if we can get all of our dog food off of like just animals we process here. That would be better. With all the what all you butcher on your homestead? Well, the rabbits for dog food. We've gotten free roosters and chickens. I don't know how many times. So we do the chickens, the ducks. We do the ducks, and of course deer in the appropriate deer season. That's really it though. Eventually, want to get some sheep, possibly next spring. I don't know. Or Diane was saying maybe she could get the animals super cheap in the fall, and we have a bunch of hay, and then grow them through the winter and the summer. Yeah, she is totally in charge of that. She knows how to do math. She understands dollars, and you know, I just like with the dog food, I just gave her my credit card and I said, buy the things. And no, I don't carry a balance on the credit card. I use the credit card for points. I'll pay the credit card off with money I have in my account. As long as my account never dips below the minimum amount, then I have a certain emergency amount that I have there. As long as it never dips below that, then the money's there to spend for the homestead. I just try to save money wherever I can. Food's expensive. 2 bloodhounds, and they eat 200 a month or close to that. Wow. Yeah, I don't think, I don't know. I need to ask Diane what, but these dogs actually don't eat that much for their size, which is good because they are huge. I mean, they're massive dogs. Yeah, they're massive dogs. I'm thinking I need to buy another freezer. I might have really missed out. There's probably good sales on freezers over Labor Day. Just when hunting season comes, I'm all about salt curing and not needing to rely on freezers. I'm huge about that. At the same breath, hunting season, all the hunters around here have the scraps that they just, leave out for the coyotes or whatnot. I'm sure I could get them to leave them for me instead, and I could throw them in a freezer and, feed the dogs out of that. But I need one freezer set aside for the salt curing process for the deer that we get. But if I had a freezer for scraps, that would be awesome. I'll have to think about that. I probably missed a good deal on freezers. A shepherd with GI issues, we make her a raw diet. All right, yeah. We fed all raw to our dogs for years. Moving here, actually, we got away from the raw diet because it's so expensive and it's a money-saving thing. But our dogs were always healthier on the raw diet, always. They always did better. It kind of hurt to put them back on dog food. But now we put the working dogs on the highest quality dog food, and our pet dogs get even a lower grade dog food. They're not working dogs, so yeah, that's the way we work it. It's still a far better quality food than the cheapest dog food you can buy. But love the people who critique you on building codes. They don't understand what you're doing. Yeah, they have no idea. they just have no clue. Yeah, it cracks me up. It really cracks me up. I understand doing stuff really, really nice. But I'd only have one building done, and it would be the most nice, amazing building I'd ever done. And I'd still never have electricity or running water yet. Yep, quick and simple, and yet I just got to make sure stuff doesn't blow away or fall down. That's it. Okay, gotta go. Good night. All right, Snoogie Woogie. Thanks for stopping in. Extra food and deer. They eat a lot. Any protein we have left over. Any more than the scraps we have left over. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. I just want to have lots of scraps. And yeah, I'd like the rabbits to really take off and get rolling. Sturdy and efficient. That's all you need. That's it. Yep. And there's gonna come a time when I just build things super nice. And yeah, I mean, this outdoor kitchen, you guys are gonna be amazed. Like it's gonna take me years. Like I'm gonna finish the house before I come back to work on this outdoor kitchen. But you know, all these open shelves and everything, like I'm probably gonna use pallets and other pieces of wood just like this. You guys can't see well, but that actually, you know, it's a rough cut type of look. And I'm actually gonna run rails and stiles, and I'm gonna build doors. And I even had it planned out when I put these two there. They're actually helping hold it to the roof, which is why I had to do them now. But and even down here, you know, I'm gonna do all that. And you know, I've even have one right here, but it's gonna look super rustic. But this whole kitchen is just gonna pop and look amazing, and it's gonna blow people's minds. But it's gonna be, you know, if I finish my house in 5 years, that means, you know, it'll probably take me a whole year to transform the outdoor kitchen how I want it to, you know. But it's gonna look really sharp, and all of a sudden, then the concrete countertops, like, they'll actually look really nice up against like rustic wood like that. But right now, like, it just looks, you know, I'll be the first one to admit it looks like trash. It's functional, but it looks awful. But I know how to make it really nice, and it's going to blow people's minds how nice it turns out someday. But I got plenty of footage of it now, which is great. And 7 years from now, roughly, when I have it done, and it just looks amazing, I'll be able to show the function, and then I'll add the beauty later. But I'm glad I did the function first and didn't spend all my time working on this when I have other things I need to work on. See your beer scales. Are you a normal beer drinker and need more to sample? Yeah, pretty much. Need more beers to sample. Yeah, I am just a normal beer drinker. Like, I am trying to do the most normal, average guy reviews. Like, I only pour the beer in a glass for people to see the color. I want to rate the beer right out of the container it's in. That being said, if somebody sends me, like, you know, a really nice high-end dark German beer, just for a total random example, like, sure, I'll pour that in a big glass mug, and, you know, we'll do something like that. But for the cheap beers, I'm totally rating them out of a can, not using fancy beer words, and that's the way I'm doing it. You need rough cut lumber, you can make it. Just knock 2 teeth out 10 degrees further out of the kerf. Roughs up smooth lumber perfectly. That makes a ton of sense. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, I think for the most part, though, I actually want to build it all out of like pallets or something. Use pallet wood. If I have anything longer than pallets, I won't. But like running the big wide board that would be under the concrete countertop the whole way, that won't be out of pallets. But all the little short stuff everywhere, yeah, I'd love to make it out of pallets, just like my fence is here. You know, this is all pallet wood. I just put all that up to keep chickens out, and turns out I hardly even needed to, because now I've got this big open spot, and the ducks, like, don't walk in here, and we ate the chickens and made them into chicken dinners, so not a big deal. Space has a lot of potential. It really does. Yep, for sure. For sure. Man, I can't wait to get the dirt floor in here really nice too. Like, oh, I'm even gonna make it look a lot nicer in here before too long, once I finish with all my working on this side and start bringing stuff over here. It's just all kind of a catch-all place at the moment. But it'll be nice. It'll be nice in here. Wearing a narrow-way hoodie. I am wearing a narrow-way hoodie. You bet. I'm liking this hoodie. Just got me with Amoose and one of the ducks, and under the beard is the rabbit. Seems like a really nicely made hoodie. It's the first I've worn it for any duration of time because it hasn't been cold, but it's soft and nice and comfortable. I like it. Let me see. Got the strings. This is how you know it's new, because I always lose the strings out of my hoodies before too long. Dogs ever killed anything that you saw in the morning? No, they've done raccoons. I think raccoons are pretty much the biggest thing, but we were right there. Like, with them still being, Boaz here, he's just now, really an adult, mature. Like, he's not even 2 yet. The female's not a year old yet. So when anything happens, like if they bark, if something's happening, like, we come outside and we're side by side as much as possible with them to see what's going on, what's happening. So we're like right next to them, making sure they're doing the right stuff, depending what the animal is they're after. We don't really know what it is until, they get to it or sniff it out. But yeah, especially Boaz here, he'll start doing stuff pretty much on his own, which is the whole point. It's why we have dogs like this, is because I want him to use his brain and make decisions on animals and stuff that happen on the property. Because sometimes, when wild animals show up, split-second decisions are needed, and he's a really, really smart dog. More so than like any pet dog you'll ever meet. I don't care how smart your pet dog is, it'll never beat a working dog's intelligence level, unless it's a really, really bad working dog. Yeah, sharp looking. It is. Tie a knot in the end of the strings, or trying to put a stitch through the hem of the hood. Holds them nicely. Stitch in the hem of the hood. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll have because I've tied knots, and then like somehow it's gotten caught on stuff, and then I get irritated and I yank on it, and I pull the knot through, or I end up tearing the string. I'm violent with my clothing. Like, I don't mean to be. It's just, I'm trying to get to work. I don't need like clothing getting stuck on stuff. Oh yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna miss these evenings hanging out in the outdoor kitchen. Like, when it gets to be 40 degrees and windy, I'm gonna be in the camper. But man, all summer long I have enjoyed spending my evenings out here hanging out, doing stuff, tinkering with stuff. This is awesome. Like, that last summer I didn't get to do any of this because I was busy building the building itself. But yeah, this year, it's just, I can't tell you how awesome it is just to hang out here in the middle of 100 acres and just listen to bugs, hang out with Boaz, do a live, randomly think through stuff at the same time I talk. Love hearing about the dogs. Yeah, dogs are super awesome. I can't wait till Boaz gets to be like 5 or 6 years old. Like, just, really getting settled into maturity and a routine. Like, I think he's smart now. He's not even 2 years old. Like, he's barely figuring out what instincts to pay attention to and what ones not to. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see him mature, and by then we should have some more dogs, and the older dogs will be teaching the younger dogs, and It's going to be great. But yeah, 99% of, a livestock guardian dog's working life looks just like this. Be here, be ready for anything, and yeah, that's it. That's it. And I mean, the dogs play with each other, and they have a blast, and we play with them and hang out. It's great. Back of the hood, the hem, she can stitch a small spot and holds them in place. Okay, yeah. Like if you would stitch it, because that would still let me like use it as a hoodie. I think I got you now. That's a good idea. Because yeah, they only get caught on stuff when like, where am I at here? Got too much beard in the way. I can't see what's happening. They only get caught on stuff when it pulls all the way out to the extent, and the other one gets real short, and then it gets caught on stuff, and that's when I rip it out. On purpose or on accident, it depends. But yeah, if it was stitched so that it couldn't slide out any direction, that would work. Dogs have been aggressive towards people I didn't trust. That applies to animals too. My dogs don't trust someone or something. I believe them and side with the dog. Yeah, yep, I know what you mean. Yeah, they can pick up on suspicious behavior. That being said, I have a whole lot of fun. I have a ton of fun when Diane's doing something, and like I'll start like walking strangely, just really strangely. Just whether I half creep along or something, and one of the dogs will like look at me like half creeping and walking, and they'll just like lose it. It's like, arr. It's so much fun. Like, and Diane's like, "What are you going off about? What's here?" And then she sees me like walking with a gimpy leg or something, and she's like, "Knock it off." But Rico, the black dog, he's not a livestock dog in any way, but he really gets set off by strange behavior. But that's really what like the dogs do. Like they pick up on strange behavior and strange body language that, I mean, humans just don't sense, and the dogs sense it. It's cool to see. But of course, I can fake it and make my own dogs think I'm like really, really strange. It's a temp there tonight. It was 60 when I came out here. It's probably upper 50s now. Enjoy it. Almanac says long, cold, snowy winter. Oh man, calling for lots of snow. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I hope not though. But it is what it is. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it. It's why I've been working so hard all summer long. Like if I have to take 2 or 3 days in the winter and do absolutely nothing, so be it. I'll sit by the wood stove. It's so nice knowing I have like my firewood stacked up this year. Last year I didn't have that luxury. You want some bloodhounds, the breeder, for me giving them away due to getting cancer. They just want them to go to a good home, and you would be perfect. Well, yeah, probably, but yeah, there's no way. I don't want any dogs besides livestock guardian dogs or possibly 1 or 2 herding dogs. Anything else, the genetics are kind of against what or just don't work well with what our farm is. Yeah. Once, I mean, maybe someday I'd replace Minion with some little dog, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Like, I can replace Minion with a Boaz, a big livestock guardian dog. It's not going to be as much fun to like put him on the 4-wheeler and go 4-wheeling around or anything, but yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with this type of dog. Oh well, sibling love. That's right. There you go. Good thinking. This is my first YouTube live. Things I miss are sending likes, tagging others in chat, and sending glasses. I gotcha. That makes a ton of sense. Makes a ton of sense. I miss the glasses too. They're really cool. Oh, I guess I don't have glasses. I was gonna say I can at least put, but I can't at the moment. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep, no worries. I'm still going to do more TikTok lives than anything, probably. But, yeah, TikTok lives are fun. The sending likes and stuff, like, I'm surprised how much folks, like, enjoy doing that. But, um, yeah, it's super cool. I'm not even totally sure about YouTube's thing. Like, I think they have, like, a way you can, like, send money, but it's just cooler if it like does an effect on the screen. Like that's just more fun. Like that's what the lives are all about to me, is fun. Like that's it. It's all about the fun. Definitely different. Yep, definitely different. Live streams are a highlight for me. Helps keep me sane while potty training a puppy. Well, I could understand that. Oh man, potty training a puppy. That's I remember potty training Minion. That was awful. Somebody taught him all the wrong things before I got a hold of him, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just terrible. Do you like the slower, chill atmosphere, but I like to interact and more than the chat. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for. I love hearing your guys' feedback on stuff, especially you guys that spend a lot of time in my lives and all that. Like, if one type of live is more fun than another, like, yeah, totally let me know. Because I'm just experimenting, seeing, try to do one YouTube live a week. Um, try to do Twitch lives, play around with Twitch lives. I kind of want to put each live like in their own niche, so to speak. And I'm really watching how many views like the YouTube lives get after the live is done. You know, and surprisingly, it seems like a lot of folks actually watch these lives not when they're live, but I think they just put it on when they're like cleaning or cooking or doing something and just kind of listening to the conversation, even though it's sort of one-sided because I'm the only one talking. But um, yeah, I don't know. But once I get Starlink, I might do more lives of me just like working on stuff. Like, and I might with YouTube, like, I think YouTube would do better with more structured lives. Like, if I'm going to go over the solar power like in depth, I'd probably do a YouTube live and interact with folks that have questions while I'm doing it. But TikTok is more just for, I don't know, answering questions and chilling and hanging out. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out what'll work best and what lives. What I want to do with it all. What's your favorite chore? What's your least favorite chore task on the property? Vehicle stuff. Anything vehicle related. I hate doing it. First time seeing you live, and I love how you're great and interactive. Well, awesome. Yeah, thanks for watching. But yeah, there's nothing worse in my mind than I jump on a live with a creator or somebody that makes content that I like, and I ask a question, and they get to one of 20 questions, and that's like it. And it's like, come on, like, I want to, if I just wanted to like hear you ramble, I would watch your other videos, which are great. But lives are for interaction. Like, if you're not interacting, then why are you live? That's that's my question. Forget how this is. I'm beginning to do it again. Just think YouTube needs to make it more interactive. They probably do. That makes a lot of sense. If YouTube would, I need to experiment more, like more with stuff in the world. Here, I'll make it interactive. What's this do? Oh, that doesn't look anywhere near as cool. Whoa. This isn't really interactive. This is just Nate being stuck in fog. Whoa. That's not cool. All right. That was not fun. We're not doing that again. My apologies. I will never put you guys through that again. How do I make it go away? There we go. All right, I'm gonna stop touching. I'm gonna stop touching buttons. Feels more like stalking when we can't interact. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. What put the thought of off-grid in your head? What age? So the first time I ever thought about it, first time I ever thought about it was it had been like 10 or 11 years ago. Probably a little bit more. Like all my siblings, we talked with my brother too. Like me and my wife, my sister, and my brother and his fiance, soon to be wife, all sat down, made this elaborate plan of how we were going to go off grid and do stuff. My brother was going to have like a house at the end of the driveway. He was going to be a doctor because he was getting ready to go to medical school, and he was going to have the fancy house and the fancy car, and then like way back, like he was going to own like lots of land, and then we were just going to have like a homestead like behind his house on a lot of acres with like a big community building and a big outdoor kitchen and all kinds of stuff. We had it all drawn out and planned and everything. Then my brother didn't go to medical school, lost interest completely in any off-grid stuff. My business took off, and I'm like, I'm not going to do off-grid stuff, not when I can, make money like this. But what ultimately brought me back is the taxes for making a lot of money and the land costs and the property taxes on the land I was going to need to purchase for my business. I just realized my business was making a lot of other entities money and not necessarily making me money. Not enough. Did you do streaming before your homestead, or is this all new to you? Oh, this is all new to me. All new to me. I don't know. I always thought like the people that did like streaming and stuff were weirdos and stuff. Like I remember watching somebody do like a vlog thing at a thrift store in Pennsylvania where I came from. And she's walking through the store just like holding up items in front of the camera. This is this and that, and just like, totally oblivious to everyone around. You wouldn't like ever have a conversation with her because she was just like, doing stuff and in her own world. And I was just like, man, such weirdos that do like online streaming and make content. Man, they're such weirdos. And here I am being a total weirdo. What can I say? Bernese Mountain Beagle mix, stubborn as they come. I have no doubt about that. Oh, man. Throwback Thursday, Nate, from the 1900s, black and white, picture only. There we go. There you go. That's kind of cool. Gotta be the Beagle or Puggle, like Nate's Minion was stubborn too and high strung. Yeah, Minion was awful to train. And the potty training was just straight up awful. Diane, who was she's worked with dog trainers all her life, was a professional dog trainer and specialized in aggressive dogs, problem dogs, and training service dogs. And she said Minion was the hardest dog to potty train she ever encountered. And she was the only one who finally was successful at potty training him on number 2. I got him on with number 1, I was able to get him to stop peeing all over the house. But I did it by hooking an old radio, like it's an old boom box, and it had like batteries in the back. And I basically took wires from the batteries and I put them in the lowest part of his crate. And if the wires would touch, the radio would turn on. Well, if he would pee in there, it would make the connection, and all of a sudden the radio would start playing. And I knew the moment that he, like, instead of asking me to go out, that he would like pee. And so I would immediately, as soon as I heard the radio blaring throughout the house, I'd run over to him and grab him, and we'd put him outside, and we'd do all the things. And eventually that worked. But the number 2 thing, that was a struggle. I almost got rid of him for that. Like, that was almost it. But yeah, the beagle eyes, that's it. Favorite comfort food. Sorry for bombarding you with questions. Oh, I'm not bombarded with questions. TikTok lives is where I'm bombarded with questions. Favorite comfort food. My favorite food would be like a good steak, but I don't know if that's really like a comfort food. Just probably like a good burger. Just a good hamburger. Yeah, good hamburger. Lots of fixings, onions and stuff. Tomato, lettuce. Yeah. Um, Pickles. If you got really crunchy potato chips, put potato chips in there to give the burger extra crunch. That's delicious. Like I don't know anybody else that does that, but you know, that's good stuff. Yeah, such a neat idea to train more yourself than Minion. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I got, you know, the thing with dogs, and you probably know, like you've got to like the moment the dog does a behavior you don't want, that's the exact moment you need to step in and do your training. And it's really, really hard if you don't catch him right in the moment, then you just can't do nothing. And Minion's not that smart, you know. I mean, I love Minion to death, but he's not that smart. And so 30 seconds after he did something, he made no connection between my behavior towards him and what he had just done. You know, these livestock guardian dogs, yeah, they know. They know. There's no question. But Minion is just dumb and he just didn't make the connection. And, you know, him not having the highest IQ made it very difficult to train him because you just had to catch him immediately. I mean, immediately you had to catch him. And training him not to eat food when I left the room was another really big one. Have you tried hot and spicy Clausen pickles? Had a lot of hot and spicy pickles. I love hot and spicy pickles. I mean, especially like a sweet, like bread and butter type pickles that also have heat to them. Like, I mean, make them really hot. Like, oh man, man. Now I wanna. We're gonna make our own pickles one of these days. We'll grow hot peppers. We actually made a few pickles this year. Unfortunately, the deer, just in one night, pretty much decimated our pickle plants, which was super annoying. More fencing. We just need more fencing. Got to fence deer out. Hi Nate. Hey, what's up? Calamity Joni. Gee, I always put pickles on my burger. The grandkids laugh at me. Well, let them laugh. They don't know what they're missing. That's good stuff. Us old people and pickles, and chips on our burgers. I mean, I won't speak for you. I'll just be like me. You know, being old and stuff. I have no problem being old and eating chips on my burger and being laughed at by younger people. That is fine. Famous Dave's tried them. I have not tried them. No, I haven't. Seems like Minion is an introvert dog. Definitely not. You gotta meet him in person. He's a disaster around people. He won't stop running up and being obnoxious. He's awful. Like I really can't take him hardly anywhere. I'd have to work with him for hours and hours and days to make him like to socialize him to the point where I think he would behave okay. And it's just I'm just too busy. But yeah, when the neighbor comes over, I mean he just loses it. Most of the time he'll end up greeting the neighbor on the driveway and riding back here on the four-wheeler with the neighbor. And then he'll get off the four-wheeler, and then Rico will be all excited, and then those two will like want to fight, and it's like a whole big ordeal. It's like, can you guys just behave like the puppies we have? You know, the live. Oh, glitched out there. Yeah, I just wish that our adult dogs that have thousands of hours of training into them would behave as good as our puppies. Like, I'm all about these dogs. These dogs are awesome. Way too awesome. I can tell you how to take care of this varmint deer. Yeah, There's a number of ways to take care of them. Crop damage permits was one of the ways this year. However, it only takes one night sometimes for them to cause a big problem. Love chips on my tuna sandwich. There you go. Yes. Did you observe Rosh Hashanah? If so, Shana Tov. Yeah, we do, but we don't go by the Jewish calendar. All of our holiday days will be pretty much next month. But yeah, thanks. That'll be a fun topic of conversation that'll end up having on TikTok sooner or later. I have no doubts. Cabbage and banana peppers. My dad made wonderful hot kraut. Oh, I bet that's good. I'm all about fermented and pickled foods. Like that's where I'm at. I am right there. Right there. Love the content, man. Gotta go to work. Keep up. Always love seeing the new stuff. Awesome. Awesome, Joe. Glad you enjoy it. Appreciate you swinging by the live, and I hope you have a good shift at work. Wow, I've been on here 2 hours. That's amazing. Awesome. Yeah, well, I am probably gonna end it though. I'll what is today? Thursday. I might do a short live tomorrow. If I do, it'll be on TikTok. Do you like pierogies? I love pierogies. Yes, pierogies are good. Pierogies are good. I like food in general. Nate, have a good night. You too. Appreciate you hanging out, and appreciate all of you hanging out, making the lives fun, and hopefully it was entertaining, educational, and enlightening, or all of the above. Or if not, oh well. But yeah, it was fun. I had fun. I got more content to post tomorrow. Hopefully more YouTube videos coming. And yeah, we will catch you guys later.